Okay, here's the second installment of the video solutions for the Problem Solving Workbook 11.2 and 11.3, starring
Ruben.
Nathan.
All right. So now we're at number 5. It says the equation used to estimate typing speed is S equals 1/5 times the quantity of W minus 10E, where S is the accurate typing speed, W is the number of words typed in 5 minutes, and E is the number of errors. So choose the letter, the best answer. So sometimes when you have to be an administrative aide or administrative worker, an office manager, we used to call them kind of secretaries, but, kind of that's gone away. You have to be able to type so many words per minute. You have to be able to keep up because sometimes you get memos you have to retype. Sometimes you get audio memos and you have to type them out on paper. So you got to be pretty fast where it's audio and you have to put it on paper. So you got to be pretty fast. And so they have a way of measuring that. I'm sure like in 6th grade when you did it, you probably got measured so many words per minute. I think I can do around 50, 55. I'm a pretty good typer. All right, so the same type of things we did on the last problem. Right off the bat, we know that we're going to do a problem. We're going to use the Foursquare approach, okay? So I'm going to make my Foursquare. Let's make it bigger this time. And we know up here, we're going to put our vocabulary. So what? We're talking of like words per minute. It has to do with speed. What else? What other vocabulary? What other vocabulary is in there? Errors, estimate, okay? So this just helps us to think about what the problem is. All right, so done with vocabulary. We've taught, it's something that we've all done, typing. So now, what information do I know from number 5? You guys tell me.
She can type 55 words.
Okay, she can do 55 words
5 minutes
per minute.
5 minutes she types 285 words.
Okay, so 285 words. Okay, right here. We already have that. Okay, so what are we actually trying to find out? Oh, so what letter is that? It is an E, right? So E is the number of errors she made in those 5 minutes. Okay, now we know there's other methods to solve word problems. We could probably work our way backwards and so forth. Like, for example, 55 words per minute. Okay, if we multiply by 5, that'd be about 250, 275. I wonder if we subtract 285 minus 275. I wonder if it's 10 errors. I wonder if that's how they do it. Taking the number of words per minute times the minutes, and that's how many words altogether, and we just subtract to get the errors. I'm not sure. So we have a formula. What's the formula?
S equals 1/5.
Okay, what's S?
Speed.
Okay, so that's our 55, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have 1/5. What's W?
Words.
So how many words did she do?
55.
Oh, 285. And E is the errors. We don't know that one. All right, so what do we do with this equation? First step.
Just 75.
Yeah, there you go. Good. So we got 55 equals, okay, 1/5 of that. Okay, well, 1/5 of 285, we're just going to divide by 5, so that's going to be 57. I'll help you out there. Okay, minus, what's 1/5 of 10? Because remember, distribute 2, right? And then their E is. There, now look how easy this is. That's just a 2-step equation. So opposite the number is,
Not negative 2, right?
yeah, because I did say switch. Opposite of the number, there you go, good. They cancel. What do I get here? Negative 2, just negative 2. And then what's opposite of the operation?
Positive.
No, opposite operation. Opposite operation. If I multiply by negative 2, I divide by negative 2. So how many errors? No. What's a negative divided by negative? And what's 2 divided by 2? 1. 1 error. Okay. I don't know. It seems like there should be more. But if we look at everything we did, let's make sure I did 1/5 of 285. 5 goes into 28 5 times. with 3 left over. 5 goes into 35 7 times. You guys are sure all these numbers are correct? All right. 1 error. I'm sure there's people who are pretty fast. Good. Okay. Whoops. All right. Okay. So now this next problem. Oh, so that is one of them. So let's go ahead and do 6. If Alex types 300 words in 5 minutes with 5 errors, what is the typing speed? All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our 4 square. So we already know the vocabulary. We already did it in this problem. Okay, so, but we have different information here. So what's our information? Okay, 300 words in 5 minutes. Okay, so first of all, is that more or less than the other lady? More. So we're assuming right now that maybe he's going to have a faster speed, but he had more errors, huh? How many errors? Okay. All right. And we actually want to know what? What do we want to know? So we want to know, is it S? Is that what it stands for? So we want to know S is speed. Okay, what was our formula again? S equals 1/5 W minus. Okay. All right, do we know S? So what's nice about this? The S is already by itself. All we're going to have to do is order of operation. What was W?
Words.
Okay, that was the 300 words. Minus 10, what was E? 5, so we know I'm going to multiply by 5. Okay, so all we have to do here is order of operations because the S is already by itself. Okay, before I can do distributive property, what do I have to do inside those parentheses? What math do I have to do first? I have to do that multiplication right there. Yeah, no, I have to do that multiplication. Okay, I could use say change opposite, but as long as I can, if I can ever add, subtract, multiply, divide before I do my steps, I should do that. So what's 10 times 5?
50.
50. Now, here's why we don't have to do the distributive property, Ruben. These are numbers, right? So can't I actually do 300 minus 50?
Yeah.
All right, so it's 1/5 times, what's 300 minus 50? 250. Now, what's 1/5 of 250? Or 250 divided by 5? 50, right? All right, so 50, what was our label?
50 words per minute.
Words per minute. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about what the other lady did, but those errors kill you, huh? Even though he did more words, he had more errors. So that makes good sense. Okay. So that was letter...
Number 6.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, 13.
Joanna received a report that says her typing speed is 65 words per minute. She knows that she made 4 errors in the 5-minute test. How many words did she type? All right. Okay. So on this one, again, we'll make our 4 square. We don't need to do the vocabulary because it's the same. Okay, what information do we know? You know, because I don't have it. Okay, so 65 words per minute. That was her speed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
4 errors.
4 errors
5 minutes.
in 5 minutes. Yeah, we knew there's always 5 minutes. So what don't we know? Okay, so we want, is it W? Okay. All right, so I know our formula again. It's S equals 1/5 times W minus 10E. All right, let's just substitute now. Do we know S? What was S? The speed.
65.
That was our 65 words per minute. Okay, do we know W?
Yes. No.
No, remember, that's our question mark. So that stays W. And we do know our errors was how many? 4. Okay, just like the last problem.
40.
Okay, we do have to do that operation before we do the distributive property. So we know it's 1/5 times W minus and 40. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Nathaniel and Ryan? Okay, now we can do distributive property because we have to solve because W is not by itself. So 1/5 times W is 1/5 W. 1/5 times 40, or 40 divided by 5. Same thing. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and do our same change opposite. Alright, that's just a two-stepper, but it does have a fraction in front, so remember what we have to do with that. So what's our next step?
You have to do, how about 5 on both sides?
Not yet. Not yet.
Opposite.
We got to do opposite the number first. So that's what's 73. And now, when we have a fraction in front of a variable, what do? Those 4 words,
Multiply by the reciprocal.
multiply by the reciprocal, which means I multiply and flip it. So I'm going to multiply by 5 over 1, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And lo and behold, look what happens. The 1 and the 1 cancel, and the 5 and the 5 cancel. So I'm now left with my words, and then we just multiply here. So what side would I need to use a calculator?
Oh, wrong side.
15. So 365 words. And you have to think of what the other answers were. Okay? Obviously, this person should have more words done because she had more words per minute and she didn't have very many errors. So she actually did more words than this dude and had less errors. So she should have done more than the 250 words. So remember, once you get an answer to something, the other problems should kind of follow along. So which one was it?
C.
Was it C?
Yes.
Okay, last one. So now we got this dude, he can type 35 words per minute. He's been slacking. And in 5 words, he types 255 words. So we could probably assume he had quite a few errors, huh? Okay?
That's okay.
All right, so here's our 4 square. We know the vocabulary. What's our info?
35.
Okay, 35 words per minute.
She types too much. 55.
So I think it's a he. 255 words. What else?
C, so yeah, that's it.
Errors. Do we know errors? So E, we're actually finding, huh?
Yes.
All right. All right, well, we know our formula. Speed equals 1/5. Where do you think that 1/5 came from?
Oh, no.
Come on. What in every one of these problems has something to do with 1/5?
It's,
5 minutes.
um,
So we don't find speed for 5 minutes. We find speed every minute. So we're just taking 1/5 of that. Okay?
okay.
The reason I do it in 5 minutes is you might make a few errors right away in a minute, but then you get the hang of it. So they're giving you more time to demonstrate your stuff. All right. Okay, do we know speed?
No.
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
35.
35. Okay, do we know words? Yes. 255. Do we know errors? No. Okay, so there's no math we can do, so we have to do distributive property first. So 35 equals, okay, 1/5 to 255, we already did it. Very close. So 5 goes into 25 5 times, with nothing left over. 5 goes into 5 once, right? Minus, what's 1/5 of 10? Ryan, you already told us. 2, and they're e's, aren't they? So let's go ahead and now do our same change opposite. Okay, cut equation. So opposite of the, so negative 51, negative 51, and that's what? Positive 35, negative 51.
16.
Negative 16. Because negative 2e. Okay, opposite of the operation. Negative 2. And E equals
Positive 8.
8 errors. Does that make sense? Sure it does. More than reasonable. Especially since it's multiple choice. And that's one of our answers. Alright, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.